goes against West Virginia, and it goes against Gary Brown, his second. It'll be interesting to see how the play goes, the flow back and forth, because Travis Ford was really upset with a couple of the interpretations along the way in that first half.
Well, and his team has got to get some offense other than the shooting of Forte. I mean, that's great that he shot it so well, but they really were out of sync offensively, and they didn't parlay their opportunities off turnovers as well as I'm sure Coach Ford would have liked.
No, and keep your eye on that baseline down there on number 2, LeBron Nash, because he has gone through a first half without a field goal for only the second time all year. However, if Markel Brown is going to do that, it won't matter much.
Yeah, he had an early 3 and didn't have another one until right there, but a good start as the Cowboys continue the momentum surge, and they're back in that 2-3. Which was so effective for them at the end of the first half.
This 6-point lead is the biggest they've had. They were down by 13. And now West Virginia's poise on the road in a little adversity in the game will be tested. This is Hines.
A little confusion out of a double stack against the zone. And guys really didn't look like they understood where they were supposed to be going right there. And Bob Huggins is everybody's coaching from the sideline trying to get it straightened out.
Philip Jurek called for his second foul. Both teams playing the same 5 to start the second half that they did to start the game. Hines looking for someone. Better hurry. It's Noreen. And as you see, the Cowboys stay in the zone.
Harris has a couple of threes. He's a good three-point shooter. He's over here on the weak side. And there he is. Oh, right on cue. If restricted it.
Really about coaching?
Good job on execution on that baseline out of bounds, though. That's exactly what they needed. Spread that defense a little bit.
These are teams. Actually, Oklahoma State averages 70 points a game. West Virginia 67. Oh, Jurek was so close to the cylinder. Oh, my.
He's made some really good glue kind of plays. Blockouts on the defensive board. Hustle plays. The good tip in there. Challenges the shot there, but to no avail.
Jabari Hines' first points of the game. In conference, he's averaging 13 a game, leading them in their 5 conference games. Those are his first points this afternoon. 3-point game.
Keep in mind, they're doing this with a relatively quiet game from Marcus Smart. There he is again. The second time. He'll try for the third time. Can't get it.
Now Hines. Brown, who had a terrific first half, directing traffic. Harris to Kalichla. Noreen got a little shove from Nash. Second foul on Nash.
Talked about Marcus Smart, and we mentioned it earlier. He's the only player in the conference in the top 50 in all 5 major offensive categories: points, rebounds, assists, steals, and categories in general, and steals and block shots, amazingly. So he has really impacted the game. He's been a little quiet today, though.
This is number 3, Juwan Staten, back in the game for the Mountaineers. Gives him another ball handler on the floor. Kalichla. Does anybody buy that look from out there?
Well, you know what? That's why they call it a fake. Because he did it in the first half, if you'll remember. Jurek bid on it. He got a layup. Selling it again. He's Willie Loman up to jump shots. He's always selling.
He's selling something, but at some point they're going to realize the valise is empty.
He has no samples with him.
No. 3 on Jurek now. That's a little bit of a problem for the Cowboys. And Forte will come back into the game in place of Jurek, so they're going to have to change, because he's not going to play Jurek's position. Brown is going to rotate down.
You're right. They bump everybody down. A little different look. It worked well for him in the first half. Forte having a hot hand.
Brown. Harris. Good job by Markel Brown. Now Harris. And Cobbins kept that one away from Kalichla. Good job by Cobbins. And Smart. And they're going to get Aaron Harris, and he's in a little bit of disbelief over this, and it's his third.
Well, that's a good call, and it's the athleticism of Smart. He misses the little floater and then goes and chases it on the far side. Take a look here. Missing, he goes and chases it himself, and then Harris, a step slow getting there, knocks him to the deck.
That will get Terry Henderson, the freshman from Raleigh, off the bench and back into the game, and Harris has to come out. You can see the look on his face. He's not happy with the circumstances, but he understands 3 fouls and I got to come sit out.
Henderson, though, has taken and made more threes than anybody on the squad, so they don't lose that much. Harris, of course, has 3 threes already in the game.
Forte.
Man, this is wonderful when shooters are in that zone, boy.
Chicks dig the long ball. Timeout, West Virginia. Bob Huggins does not like the three-point defense his team was playing that let Forte that open.
Super Tuesday tips off at 7 on ESPNU.
We didn't always watch football at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wheatgrass for our neighbors.
And the moosh moosh.
Sport.
Protect the football. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Tired of tugging and lugging your hose? You need the DAP X-Hose, the world's first expanding hose. Watch this. Turn the water on and the X-Hose automatically expands up to 3 times its length. Turn the water off and as the water drains, the X-Hose automatically contracts back to a small size. Amazing! Ordinary 50-foot hoses are so heavy. The DAP X-Hose is incredibly light. A 50-foot X-Hose weighs only about 1 pound. A dream to handle. Just turn the water on and the X-Hose quickly expands to up to 3 times its length as you effortlessly guide it to where you need to go. And when you're finished, the X-Hose will automatically follow you back and contract to a small size that stores neatly. Believe it or not, a 75-foot X-Hose fits in a flower pot. Because of its patented design, the X-Hose will never kink. Call now to get the amazing DAP X-Hose for only $19.95.
Call 1-800-220-1204. X-Hose comes with a 90-day guarantee. Call 1-800-220-1204 today.
ESPNU's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Ram Trucks. Guts, glory, Ram. It's been a little bit of the story for Oklahoma State since they fell behind. Started 2 of 6 from three-point range, and here's the patron saint of Oklahoma State athletics, energy entrepreneur Boone Pickens, prominent alumnus, and he gets to sit right at the half-court line. Gets to walk around anywhere he wants.
I was going to say he could sit at the half-court line, on the court, in the foul lane, anywhere he'd like.
He can go coach if he wants to. He really is truly a great fan of Oklahoma State athletics. And he's a big fan of Phil Forte today, the youngster from Flower Mound Marcus High School, proving that you don't have to be named Marcus to have starred at Marcus.
You're not kidding. He is just really in the zone. We're all products of our own kind of prejudice, and I love shooters. Always have. I got that from my brother Jim, and so, you know, he can keep firing them up all day. They're things of beauty to me.
Especially when they go in.
Yeah, that's true. They're prettier then, aren't they?
Slog things down a little when you keep cranking them and they don't go in so much. Cowboys stay in that zone that's been so good to them. One of the really outstanding coaching move by Travis Ford today. Influenced the game. Noreen, see, there's one when it's not so pretty.
Well, but the problem is, you know, they've got to flash somebody to that high post who's really comfortable taking that shot. Maybe you run a guard through there. I mean, Coach Huggins was doing that earlier, changing the guys flowing in and out of the top. That's the spot you've got to get to, but maybe not through Noreen, because as you said, that was an ugly-looking shot right there.
Nash still looking for his first field goal. And I think, you know, if Brown makes these free throws, I think they should change the rules, and Nash should get an assist for that. Oklahoma State by 6.
This year, make safety your top priority and save hundreds with our best offer yet. Now extended due to popular demand. Get an ADT security system starting at just $49 installed, but only for a limited time. That's an instant savings of $250. Don't leave your family's safety to chance. Call or visit ADT.com/TV.
I had a break-in. By the time we called the police, there wasn't much they could do. I felt so helpless.
ADT quickly called the police. I felt like it was over right away.
Feels like it's still not over. We lost our digital photos, financial records, things that insurance simply can't replace.
Help protect yourself with the fast alarm response of ADT with 24/7 monitoring against burglary, fire, and high levels of carbon monoxide, starting at just over $1 a day. And now, our best offer yet has been extended due to popular demand. Installation starting at just $49, a savings of $250. But hurry.
I'm glad we had ADT.
ADT, always there.
How does your small business get people in the door? Email marketing from Constant Contact reaches people in a place they're checking every day, their inbox. And it gives you the tools to create custom emails that drive business. It's just one of the ways Constant Contact can help you grow your small business. Sign up for your free trial today at ConstantContact.com/try.
Dory Noka in our Charlotte studios. Let's show you a top 5 upset. Louisville actually has lost 3 in a row now after Georgetown got the late tip in from Aaron Bowen to beat the Cardinals. Syracuse goes down for the second time this season. Villanova forced overtime with an into-the-game 3 and won by 4, guys.
Oklahoma State by 6 with 15:38 to play, and let's pursue the idea of what's an assist.
You introduced it, and you're absolutely right. The definition of an assist is when a player directly leads to a score by a teammate. Now, he threw it inside. That is a perfect pass. Because Kalichla turns into a mugger and hits him in the face, now he's not going to get an assist for that. If he goes to the free throw line and scores, explain to me how that pass did not directly lead to these points.
Clearly, I agree with you.
I mean, I'm on that soapbox. That's ridiculous. That rule should be changed. He makes one of these free throws. By definition, that pass led to points. Ergo, it is an assist. In fact, I'm giving him an assist.
Give Brown his 13th point of the game, 14 per game average, and it's Markel Brown who's their leading scorer in all games. Not Nash, not Smart, it's Brown.
He also leads them in assists. He averages almost 5 rebounds. Yes, we've been talking about Smart being so well-rounded. So is Markel Brown, a 6'3" junior.
And because he's a junior, folks who have seen him for a couple of years asked Travis Ford yesterday, is he your most improved player? Look at this trap. And Brown part of that trap. And that's what Ford says he does well. He says he's really embraced the physical play. Look at that. Look what Brown did. Oh, my. Travis Ford's going to come right out of his sneakers. He's in danger of getting a technical.
Yeah, he's being stared at. Absolutely stared at. Let's take a look. Double team. Good double team. There's the trap. No foul there. You know what? Little handsy. Little handsy. Can't say I completely disagree, because you know the mistake that was made. When you're in a double team, it's supposed to be hands straight up on the point of the ball. Once you start reaching down with your palms, you are asking for trouble.
And Doug Sermon's look at Travis Ford said, Coach, you're looking for trouble.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Kalichla forcing that up, and Nash says, I got the ball, I got the ball. They got to calm him down as LeBron Nash gets his 3rd foul of the game. ACC Sunday Night Basketball's on ESPNU as senior Michael Snare leads the Seminoles against Durant Scott and the Hurricanes. Coverage begins with ACC Sunday Night Basketball at 5:30 Eastern. Then it's Florida State versus Miami at 6 on ESPNU. Also live on Watch ESPN. ESPN, the home court of hoops.
How about that job Gene Larinaga's doing at Miami?
Oh, how about that? Seriously. Kalichla, you saw, missed the free throw. Nash with his 3 fouls comes out. This is a problem now for Oklahoma State with so much time left in the game, because Jurek and Nash each is playing with 3 fouls.
And then 2 missed free throws, which are essentially like a turnover, and they give up the rebound off the free throw to Anderson.
Staying in the 2-3. Murray.
Oh, and it's going to stay West Virginia ball.
And a foul on Smart. And that is Smart's second foul.
So the basket is good. The ball goes back to West Virginia, and they can put a little run together here without Oklahoma State getting their mitts on it at all.
How about that? And it's the 6th team foul. Don't know if it's good news or not that West Virginia would be at the line, but they're in 1 foul away from being 1-1. Travis Ford says it's our ball.
No, it's not.
We had possession. It's our ball is what he just said.
Yeah, it's a foul on the rebound. I think Travis thinks they called a double foul and saying it's the arrow. It's not a double foul. It's a foul on Smart. There's a man who just got bad news broken to him. He thought they called fouls on both of them, and then the arrow would have been his, but it was not. It was just his team who fouled.
Kalichla with a nice little soft touch.
He's had a very fine game today. He really has.
Smart. That was with a left hand. Kalichla cleaned it.
He said very quietly, West Virginia's got a little run going here.
Back within 4. Very physical away from the ball. This one, yeah, I think it's on Kalichla.
It is, but I'll tell you what, at the end of that play, Jurick's lucky he didn't get a retaliation foul, because then he got mad at Kalichla and just flung him aside.
And that's 3 on Kalichla.
See, when you take a look, Kalichla, yeah, see right there. A little hand-to-hand. They get wrestling out here, right? Good wrestling.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
it's one of the hotbeds of wrestling in the NCAA. Forte.
My Lord.
That's from Tulsa. The city limits of Tulsa are 3 steps back.
He was closer to us than he was to the line, and he didn't bat an eye. What a day Forte is having. See, you like shooters now, don't you, partner?
When they go in, Coach, when they go in. Kalichla battling, and it's Forte coming away with it.
Well, Forte's having a great game, and Kalichla with a silly foul there.
4 on Kalichla, and that one was a little silly.
He's frustrated. He had a chance at a rebound. Take a look at this replay. That is seriously deep. That's a good 8 feet behind the line. Off the dribble to boot.
And you were right when you said it before, when they're feeling it.
Oh, absolutely.
And there's the guy that we were trying to find as they all got off at halftime. Keaton Page, now their assistant strength and conditioning coach, finished his eligibility here last year, and I mean, you talk about a dead 3-point shooter. That's what Keaton Page was in high school in Oklahoma and in his 4 years here in Stillwater.
You can relate to that. Forte's got another one right here. Yep.
Look at that. Ooh, great look. Jurick cleared it out for him. Jurick will get to the line.
You know, in all seriousness, that's what shooters do for you, though. Defensively, you start chasing them all over the gym, and now all of a sudden you've got offensive rebounding lanes and dribble drives, and all sorts of things open up because you're making teams defend you over such a vast area.
By the way, that area of the game, I think, is what has got Bob Huggins more frustrated than anything else. The defense, the 3-point percentage defense, is one of the first things he talks about when he discusses the things about his team that perplex him. In and out for Jurick.
Yeah, but that was in and out off the window. I'm not sure that's exactly where he wanted to shoot.
That's what he's saying over there. We've done this all year. I don't know why we're still doing it. Good strong board by Eric Murray.
Well, you know what magnifies it is that his team is so below average in shooting threes themselves. They only make 28%, and they give up 35, so it's magnified that part of the game.
See the foul trouble there that West Virginia's in. Great defense inside. Smart to Forte.
Well defended, though, in transition by Staten.
Brown.
Oh, everybody getting into the act behind the arc now. Brown has his third three. 8 made between them, between Forte and Brown.
Travis Ford ran halfway out on the floor to get to Markel Brown.
All right, take a look here in transition.